Hi, Matt with eTrailer. If you have a 2023 GMC Yukon XL and you plan on carrying a lot of different trailers on the back of it, then the eTrailer adjustable ball mount is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. What's nice about this is it's going to give you plenty of options to carry a lot of different size trailers because we're going to be able to adjust our rise and our drop. Right now we have it in the drop settings, and we're going to have two different types of balls that we can use. We have the 2-inch ball and the 2 5/16 one. Now we'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but really if you want to adjust it, it's pretty easy. All I have to do is pull these two pins right here. Let me take out the clips though, set them down, and I can lower this. This will adjust in 1.5-inch increments, and when you do adjust it, you can flip this around so you can use the other ball too. You not only have this as an option, you can also flip the entire thing. Now there is a caveat with that though, and I'll show you here in a second after when I get this fully back installed. When I remove this from the hitch, pretty easy to do. All I have to do now is flip it around, but when I go to push it in, that hole will get lined up, but right when it does get lined up, it starts making contact with our back bumper right there. So that's definitely something to think about when you are using this. But to be fair, the Yukon is mostly going to be using this ball mount in the drop positions because it is pretty high up. Now we can talk a little bit more about these balls. So in the top position where we have it right now, this is the 2-inch ball. And that's going to have a weight capacity of 7,500 pounds. So what that means is that's going to be how much it can pull behind it. And it's also going to have a tongue weight of 750 pounds. That's going to be the pressure that's being applied downwards. Now you can flip this around if you plan on using the 2 5/16 ball. And that's actually going to up your weight capacity as well. That's going to bring it up to 10,000 pounds for your towing weight, and then 1,000 pounds for your tongue weight. Now it's just important you check that your hitch is rated to pull that, just so you don't damage anything. Now I adjusted this so it's in the lowest position, just so we can see how this is going to live in the back of our vehicle. So if I measure this, the first measurement I'm going to get real quick is going to be the lowest point, because this is pretty close to the ground. That's going to be 12 inches. So in most cases, even when you do have a pretty heavy trailer back here, you should be fine. But let's see how high this ball is at this point, and that's going to be a little bit under 21 inches. So if you need something that's even lower than that, then I suggest checking out some other options. But if you need something higher, you can easily adjust this to be more higher up. Now, if we measure from our back bumper to the center of that ball, that's going to be a little bit over 5.5 inches, which is pretty good because since this sticks out a bit more, that's going to give you plenty of room to back up to your coupler and line everything up. Because some ball mounts, they don't stick out very far, and if you don't have a lot of a distance, you do run the risk of bumping into your back bumper. And what I also like about this ball mount is going to be this black nickel plating on it. Now that's also going to be reflected in our pins and safety clips, so everything has a little bit more of a uniform look to it. And with that plating, it's already pretty clean, but when you are hooking up to it, that's going to scratch off some of that plating eventually. That's just something that's always going to happen with a ball mount. But even with it scratching up, I still think it looks pretty clean and it's not that noticeable. In my opinion, I think this is a pretty great ball mount, especially since how adjustable it is and the price that it sits at too. Now, if you are looking for something that's going to be a little bit more premium, a little bit easier to use because you are constantly hauling something on the back of your Yukon, then I'd recommend checking out the B&W ball mounts because they're a clean look, they're really easy to use, and they're going to be able to get you through a lot of situations. Not saying this won't be able to either. This is going to take you a little more time to adjust if you are hauling a lot of different trailers. This is more for someone who's maybe taking out their boat, maybe once or twice during the season. Maybe they're not constantly using their ball mount, then I think this is great for you. But that was just a look at the eTrailer adjustable ball mount on the back of our 2023 GMC Yukon XL. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.